Paul, I'm still confused by the definition of a recession that we're all using here. If we're talking about 2 negative quarters of growth, which again, we've got 1 negative quarter in the books for the United States just this week, do the layoffs mean anything right now? Do the payrolls numbers mean anything right now when analyzing this macro data?
Good morning, Kriti. I don't need 3 minutes to have the run-through of markets today. And before we dive into what you just said, there's only one thing that really people are caring about right now, and that is that the trade talks are on and making progress. And so everything is looking forwards rather than looking backwards. And that's the difficulty that we have right now when we're assessing everything that you're talking about, be it the tech earnings, be it the non-farm payrolls, be it the outlook for the economy. I think, what people are worried about is that trade-off between inflation versus the hit on the economy. We're certainly seeing the soft data pointing to a rapid slowdown in the US. But it could all be unwound pretty quickly if there is a trade deal and flows start to come through again, if the tariffs aren't as big and excessive and troublesome as the market had initially priced in. And so that's why, every sign that there's a little bit of a clawback in terms of the tariff conversation, the market takes as a positive and we continue to push on higher. So with all of those economic worries still hanging over us, all the same, trade talks is what really matters here.
Well, you bring up the trade talks. What about Japan's finance minister threatening to use these US Treasury holdings as a bargaining stick in their negotiations with Donald Trump? I mean, it's a big stick to wave, but how seriously do you take it?
I think it's really interesting that it wasn't instantly dismissed, Lizzy. I think that the context of those comments is important as well, though. It was in response to a question, and the reply was, well, it is a card, it is something that could be in play, but it's not something that it seems like it's particularly there at the moment. And we don't know. Is Japan using it as a bargaining chip? Could the US be using it as a bargaining chip? We saw in the Mirren documents the idea that they want more people to commit to sort of long-term funding of the US through these sort of zero-coupon perpetual bonds or something like that. Maybe it's the US that wants the treasuries to be discussed, not so much Japan, but it's that sort of two-way sword. Interesting thing, I guess, is that it wasn't instantly dismissed. So mentioning that does let the genie out of the bottle and got the market very excited about it today.
Paul, what's going to be keeping you and the team busy next week?
Still the tariff talks. I mean, look at some of the moves today and just think about what's going on, right? Asia FX is having an absolutely gigantic day. The Taiwan dollar up more than 3%. It's really a gigantic move. Yeah. We have things like changes of government and politicians resigning in South Korea. Market doesn't care. Market goes up because trade talks are on. You have all the brinkmanship in India and Pakistan. Market doesn't care. Market goes up. Trade talks are on. All around our region, any sort of consternation, any sort of political machinations, any worries about the economy, doesn't matter. People are looking forwards. If the US and China can get some kind of a trade deal, everybody can breathe a sigh of relief and get back to normal. And those fundamentals, which are reasonable, all the same, even with every cloud hanging over us at the moment. So all about those trade talks, Guy.